Good day, YouTube. It is the 31st of December, the last day of 2020. Welcome to the new year, everybody. Hope it 2021's a little better year for all of us than 2020 was. And we get behind this COVID thing and get things back to normal. Here we go. All right. Little something different today. This is my 1969 Wurlitzer Americana 3 stereo jukebox. I bought this thing in not working condition, and most of the records that are in it were in it. I've replaced a few. I have stripped out what was left of the original artwork because it was not as original and not very nice, and did my own artwork in purple. I had a friend of mine that has a vinyl cutter, and she did the Wurlitzer for me. I provided her with the electronics PDF or whatever of the Wurlitzer, and I took out what was in front of the mechanism so you can see it, and then did the Americana 3 very large. What we have is 50 records or 100 selections, and the song list is predominantly handwritten, every different color in the world, and it's not all the music that I wish to have in here. Had this jukebox for a long time. I don't know how long, 10 years, maybe longer. And it works really good. I wish I could show you, but then I'd have to play some copyrighted music, and now I'll get busted for that. I've got a few videos on my channel of things that I collect. One thing I haven't done a video on yet is my record collection, and this is part of it, actually here in the corner. And these are my 45. So let me give you a rough idea of what's in this collection. There's 2 rows of white boxes, one here and then one back up against the wall. So there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. There's 14 white boxes. That's one collection that I purchased, and it is cataloged. I've never taken a single record out of there. There's roughly 150 records in each of those boxes. And then I have these plastic totes. There's another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Another 14 boxes of plastic totes with 125 records or so per each. One of these, I have to dig through these here in a second, is 50 records that I set aside to put in my jukebox. And I did this years and years ago when I was really building my collection. I selected 50 records that I really wanted in there. I can't remember even one of them, but it might be that box. I'm not positive. But it is time, because I'm going to take the time today. It's cold outside. It was raining out this morning. To just spend the day. I've got the fire going. I pulled a heater in here to warm it up. So it was like, 38 degrees or something this morning. And we're going to change all the records out, or most of the records out, in my Wurlitzer Jukebox. And we're going to create all new labels that are typewritten and that match. Let me show you how we're going to do that. So this is a website called Mike's Arcade. It's mikesarcade.com. And he has this jukebox strip creator here. And let's put a title in here for fun. This will just be Sample 1, Sample 2, Artist AC/DC. Okay, just creating it. Hit the enter button and it'll create this label for you. I wish not to print in color, so I'm going to change that to black and white. You got all kinds of options there. And I went to the store this morning and I bought some purple paper. I bought a sampler of paper, but In it is some purple paper, about like what they were printing here. So let me go back and show you just, oh, come on, Glenn. Backup button. Some of the options down here, you can choose to, just go with near a grayscale or something and you can choose the style. That's kind of stylish right there. Black text, you could choose the font, text size. Let's go with large, try it again, see what's happened. You can add like a oldies or rock or something, and it'll give you a little something there in the margin. Let's create the PDF again. I'll show you what it'll look like. So nice and bold there, that's good. It says oldie here now. I like the style. So let's run with that. Then you, of course, just cut these out and put them in your jukebox. So, and then you can save these to your computer. You can reprint it or whatever. You can go back to their website anytime and recreate some others if you decide to change some music in your jukebox. So that's the task for today. Let's pop the jukebox open. I did put LED lights in here with I think it'll latch. Let me go high enough. There we go. With a sensor, so if it hears noise, basically bounces to the music. We'll shut the power off here in a moment. Just wanted to show you the old Wurlitzer. Yep, it's been a long time since I've cleaned it up, but it's got a horizontal record changer. It is full of 50 records. It's very original. Still has its fluorescent lights with the fluorescent starters in it. One day I'll update those to LED lights, but until they don't work anymore, we're running with it. So just a quick overview of the old Wurlitzer. There's a lot of speakers in it. There are speakers down here. It actually sounds really good. It has accessible through the back is like tone and bass adjustments. So it's got mid-range and tweeter speakers in stereo around here somewhere. Thought there was more in the back, but there's not. So, and here are the cards, or where the cards are. I think I have to drop that down. Let's see what happens. Maybe I'll make a mess. I think there's just some pins to pull. And this will come down. I just have never done it in recent memories here. Yeah, there we go. And that's how you get to them. So these all fit into a slot. So it's important to get them sized correctly. Let me bring you in here where you can see them. So these, slide in. And they're, most of these are white outed and all that stuff. I bought really heavy paper. I hope it'll fit my printer. So that's the task for today. And it's going to be so cool to have everything same color, all typed, change this music up. Not that I dislike what is in here now, because it's pretty cool, but it's also been in here for 10, 12 years. So walk by this thing, turn it on and hit a few buttons and it's the same old. Let's get it changed. So I'm going to go ahead and start in the process here of getting the records, find out which box of records. When I take them out of the cases, and put them in here, I need to protect these records because these are good records too. So I've got some sleeves up here somewhere to put these in so the records aren't damaged. I need to record on a piece of paper what slot I'm putting the new records in, so I know what slot to put the label in, and keep everything straight and square. So what do you think? Interesting? Interesting. All right, I'm gonna get to it. Well, I got to digging through all my records and I realized this thing does hold 100 records, so there's 200 selections, you know, side A and side B. So I did find the box that I had set aside, and I even put a note in it back in the day, 4 years ago. New music for the jukebox. I need to make labels. I need to clean the records. So I'm going to just give you a little flavor for, I guess, what I was thinking 4 years ago about what I'm putting in here. Backstreet Noise, Nick Glider, that's weird. Oh, Hot Child in the City, that's why. Yep. That's why. Eddie Rabbit, Driving My Life Away. What's this one? The Cars, Cruiser, and then on this side would be Shake It Up. Just a sample. Bee Gees, Night Fever, More Than a Woman. Okay, a lot of cool stuff. Records in really good shape. Take a Chance on Me, ABBA, blah blah blah. All kinds of cool stuff. So this is gonna be fun. It's be a fun day. I love these old records. I guess that's why I collect them. And when they're in the jukebox, they get played a little bit. So, all right. So I'm ready to roll. I'm ready to start putting stuff in. I got to get a couple microfiber towels down, and I'll lay one down flat and just give everything a quick wipe to pull the dust off. We'll get the old records pulled out, and I have an empty tote to put them in. And I have a couple packets of sleeves to put them in to keep them from being scuffed up. There's a good chance that I'll go through a bunch of, I have two packets of these, but I'll probably have to order some more today. Because I have some records that don't have sleeves, and I'll keep the original sleeves for the records I'm putting in a box separate. So that when I change them out again, I have everything to put back together, put the original records in the original sleeves. All right, time to get to work. So, give you a little update here where I'm at. It's gone a little bit slow, had a couple things come up. So I've grabbed a record out of my box, which has obviously been 4 years since I've seen these. Just lay it down on a microfiber towel, and then just use another one with the grain to wipe them down. If they're really dirty, then I'll have to use a mild cleaner on them, but typically they're dusty. This record here is particularly dirty. I'm going to set it aside and do a clean on it with some cleaner. I've got some upstairs. Better. The Ripcords. Hey Little Cobra. Record's in pretty good shape. I put a couple records in there that were a little scuffed up, so I played them on the jukebox and they play fine. Okay, so I'll take and write this one down. I'm looking for one that says A side, B side. It's not, so we'll assume the Hey Little Cobra is the A side. So this is going in position C1. Hey Little Cobra. Then I write the group down, the Ripcords. The Ripcords. And then we'll write the B side down. The Queen. Okay, and this gives me my sheet to make all my labels. So this is what I've got done so far. Again, you have to put the positions in the jukebox down so you know where to put the tag. Okay, so this record's good to go. and we'll put it in the jukebox, but we have to put it in the right orientation. This is the A side, essentially. So I'll go put it in. The A side goes towards the back. Okay, so that's in position C1 and C2. I'll give you a close-up of where I've put it. See what I can do for you for getting you zoomed in. The lighting's going to be what it's going to be in there, isn't it? There's better. So C1 and C2, that's the slot that that record is in. Okay, and that's the record. So we've got a long way to go. We're just up to C, and we go to V as in Victor. Okay? Alright. So I've done the labels, and this computer is one I brought from home. I had to give my wife one of the computers I had here for her work at home days, and so far she hasn't given it back to me, so I guess it's hers now. So I did a test label, and I printed them out. I did them on blue paper because I don't want to use up all my purple paper that I bought in that pack. I spent $5 on that pack. I'm pretty cheap. So I cut one out to do a test fit. So here's the test fit, and it's just a little loose. I wish it was a little wider. It's about a 1/16 of an inch loose. So I'm glad that I did a test fit. Here's what I'm going to do to compensate. I'm going to go ahead and only do every other label. I'm going to miss one and then put it here. Then I can just cut these just a little bit on the longer side. And then they'll fit right. Yeah, it's going to take a little more paper, but I want them to fit tight. I don't want them loose in there. So I'm going to cut just on the other side of the line. Well, let's use this one for example. You know, I'll just cut that one a little high, that one just a little low, and they'll fit much tighter. They're not falling out, but what if they shrink a little or something, right? Okay, so that's the update. I'm going to go ahead and do this for a while. It's already afternoon, so it's taken a bit to get to this point, to get the printer working and all that jazz. So I've got a nice stack, 100 records to go. Now I've done 10, 20, I don't know. I've done 20 some. So I got about 80 to go, something like that. Anyway, we'll just get them clean and get them put in. I got to thinking I should check my printer settings, so I went and did that. And sure enough, I had a setting that was allowing the print to shrink a little. So you can see the new one that I've done, the margins are less than the original. So I did a new test page, cut that out exactly on the line, and they fit perfectly. So the website is accurate. It's real good. I can fill in every single label now. It was my fault. My printer settings were off just a little bit. It was shrinking to fit the page. And it says right on there to check that. And I didn't. Anyway, I did now. I'm glad I checked it before I missed a whole opportunity to fill the page with labels. All right, back to it. So I kicked the lights off so you could get a feel for what the jukebox looks like lit up. Once again, it has sound, activated lighting, audio. But I can't fire up a music to let you hear it. Sorry. But anyway, I got it about almost half done. I got 40 new tags printed. Wonderful to have them all. Whoops, that didn't stay there. Have them all same color, type printed, all that jazz. Looks good, right? Cool. So this program really works well Real happy with it. Again, I'm printing on purple paper, but back up. There we go. Again, this is on mikesarcade.com, and I'm saving the PDFs when I get a new page done. So this page is done. I've done 2 full pages now. You go ahead and convert it to a PDF and then save it to your machine, and then you could reprint it later. Can't really edit it unless you got PDF edit software, which I did not. But anyway, you can always go back to their website and retype it. Doesn't take long. So I've got the other half, well, about 60 records to finish tomorrow. Found a duplicate. Ooh, a duplicate. Yeah. Anyway, this is what's next for me. And then it's kind of fun going through there, seeing what I picked out 4 years ago, and I'm pretty much running with it. Not going to change now, right? Anyway, gang, I'll catch you tomorrow. This is New Year's Eve, and so it's New Year's Day tomorrow. I'm not going to stay up very late. So we'll be out here tomorrow. Looks like this is, I don't work that quickly. Got a few interruptions, but we'll be able to finish this up tomorrow, and we'll get the video posted. So you'll already be at 2021 by the time you see this. And I know I'll get a few questions. That's part of my entertainment stuff out here at the barn. This is my pole position. It's a Atari, the real deal video game from 1982. It is all original. It has the original CRT monitor, the original computer, original software, original everything. And it works very well. The only thing it doesn't have is the battery in the computer that maintains the memory for like the winners. That right there has all been blanked off. My nephew got like not in the top 10, but all of the top 10 while he was down over the holiday, and it's all gone now. So I don't have to worry about having to beat his score on my own machine to get back on top, because it's been erased. It doesn't have a CPU memory anymore, so it doesn't remember the high scores. I'm not very worried about that. But anyway, yep, that's my game. I've had that for a long time. Works very good. Very happy about that. So 1982 Atari pole position. Okay, see you tomorrow. All right, we are wrapping up the jukebox remodel. The all new music for the jukebox. But I did think I would show you how I clean these old 45 records, albums, or whatever. I have a little area upstairs here at the barn where I've set up a bunch of microfiber cloths and a couple spray bottles with a vinegar-based window cleaner, and that's what I use to clean records. I don't really do how-to videos. This is how I do it video. So comment if you want to, but this is how I clean them. This is just an old record. I'm going to put like 3 spots, trying to avoid getting any on the label, because that won't do the label any favors. If this was a real special record, Beatles or something like that, I'd put it on the cloth probably. But here we go. Not much pressure. We're just trying to get the dirt off. Now I'll move it to a drier part of the cloth. You can get these microfiber cloths 69 cents for 4 of them if you catch them on sale at Harbor Freight. I stock them up. I have a lot. There you go. That record is relatively clean. Okay, got a few scratches on it, but that's pretty average condition, everything I put in the jukebox, and it sounds pretty good. So tomorrow I'll kind of clean all this up. I'll put these away in the tote. So I have the tote available to me when I redo the records again. Some of those covers are original to the records, so I want to keep those separate and not lose track of them. Man, I really appreciated the website, this Mike's. Let's see if I can bring this back up again. Do that. Mike'sArcade.com for the template. It worked really, really well. It allows you to make 20 labels at a time. They were exactly the right size. Exactly the right size. My jukebox looks excellent. It's all got the purple theme going on now. Finally, after years and years of since I kind of remodeled this jukebox, I finally got it. All the labels are printed. They're all the same color. They're all the same format. They're all the same. Awesome. Let me give you a closer view here. I should tighten up my tripod before I try and do that. It's just going to give you a close-up clue of the music that I put in here this time. How am I going to do? Okay, let's just do this 20 at a time. That's what we got. Sorry, my viewfinder's not in the center of my camera. Alright, that's the music. I'll give you a little clue of what my lights look like. Let me drop you down here a sec. So I'll do that as I exit, and before the music really starts, I'll end the video so you get a little glimpse of the mechanicals on the jukebox. You can watch down below here the record moving and the lights that I have. Let me get you a little better view. So thanks guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and hit the thumbs up on the way out. I'm going to pick a selection. We're going to run it just long enough to not get in trouble. There you go. Watch the mechanism work. Catch you on the next video.